So here are 3 ways to know that someone's actually envious of you. In the last video, I talked about jealousy and how jealousy is different than envy. Jealousy is essentially when someone feels threatened about you because you're taking something that they currently have, whereas envy can be for something that the person does not already have but feels that you have and they want it for themselves. The first way to know that someone is secretly envious of you is when you tell them good news, they will either be very mundane with their response, like, oh, or they will act literally like they did not hear you. 2 is if they always want to be in the know, like they want to know what's going on in your life, but you can tell that they don't actually care about how you're doing. 3 is when they copy you because they want to replicate your sauce, but they never want to give you credit. Now, in terms of dealing with jealous and envious people, feelings of envy are absolutely normal because it's basically like you see something that somebody else has and you desire that for yourself. However, envy should never translate or affect how that person is treating you. As soon as that person starts treating you differently or starts doing the things that I mentioned because they're feeling envious, that's the time when you need to start setting your boundaries. However, with jealousy is a very personal thing, and if someone's feeling jealous of you because they feel like they're threatened by your presence for a particular reason, it's a lot more dangerous for you to continue to have that relationship. I think that you can absolutely make space and room for people to have those natural human emotions, but at the same time, make sure that you're protecting your peace and understand if someone is doing things that are affecting you due to their envy and due to their jealousy. You want to ensure that you're setting the correct boundaries, and sometimes that means letting the friendship go. Let me know if this helps. So here are 3.
Name one archetype of a person you just cannot stand.
Girls that continue to try to be your friend even though they're jealous of you. Because now I gotta either distance myself or cut you the fuck off. And I'm gonna explain why. No one wants to be selective with how they talk about their accomplishments with their friends. Because with people who are jealous of you, they're automatically going to look at it as you bragging. And that's not your intent at all. And that itty bitty bit of jealousy can definitely grow into something big, and you don't know when that's going to happen. So you might as well buckle the fuck up if you continue to be their friend.
Name one.
If you have a friend that you have little moments with them where you're like, they say something where you're just like, that was kind of off, or like they give you a vibe, like a jealousy, weird mean girl vibe every once in a while, and it's just like a little moment, like a side eye or a micro facial expression or something, and you're just like, okay, that was weird, whatever, move along. Every single time in my experience, those friends who I got the tiniest warning signs from have turned out to be the fucking worst. The thing is, as soon as they get the chance where your friendship stops benefiting them, and as soon as they get the chance, they will try to wreck your life. They will. As soon as they see the opening. Some of them will wait around for years just waiting for an opening to come in and try to fuck up your life. If you get the vibe, trust it. That's my new rule. If I get the vibe, you're out.
You know what's a hard pill to swallow? People like you more when they think you don't have shit going on. When you are not seen as competition, you will have so many people rooting for you. I've noticed a trend with people that when you start to better yourself, you're making more money, you lost weight, you improved your health, you started a new career, you got sober, people start to pull away. And I'm not talking about when people start to level up and they start acting really full of themselves, because some people do in fact do that. I'm talking about when things finally start going up for you and you feel stable financially, mentally, spiritually, and you have this feeling of like, wow, I can finally be the person I've always wanted to be for myself and others. Like, I can finally be that amazing friend, daughter, son, cousin, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. And not that you weren't great before, but now you have more to give. You can really show up for people as you always imagined. You can pour into people now that your cup is full. And for a lot of people who are on a self-improvement journey, it can feel like the minute you get to that point, people start to pull away. And it's confusing because it can feel like, I finally got my life together. Aren't you guys happy? Why do I feel like you like me less now? And if you can be self-reflective and rule out that it's not you and you're not walking around with this like holier than thou attitude, it's most likely because those people don't want to see your glow up. They liked you better when you made them feel superior, when they could compare themselves to you and it didn't make them feel insecure. And this is the kicker. They may have even been the ones to encourage you to do better. But secretly, subconsciously, they enjoyed looking at you and thinking, well, at least I'm doing better than them. And a lot of times this happens with the people that we've known the longest, childhood friends, family. And I'll have to make a part 2 as to why that is, but the saying that people want you to do better, just not better than them, is very true.